All right, guys, welcome to the channel. So I'm on the Tesla website here, and there's some interesting things. Like every day, it just seems like we're in September of 2023, and it just seems like we're going to see some interesting things happen over the course of this month because it's the end of the quarter, and Tesla always makes a big push at the end of the quarters to move inventory, maybe some extra incentives, extra deals, price changes, things like that. So there's an interesting thing here. Check this out here. So I'm on the Model S. I did a video a couple days ago about Tesla changing the prices on their Model S so that they just have the dual motor and then the plaid version of the Model S. $74,990 is the base price of the Model S, and the plaid is $89,990, which is a huge price decrease for this car. One thing interesting though, guys, check this out. If you go down here, still all of the paint colors are now included in that price. So you can, for $74,990, you can get any of the paint colors. So those are all included in that price. The 19-inch wheels. The white and the cream interior are an upgrade cost, so it comes with black. Check this out though. For the longest time, back in 2021, when the new Model S and Model X were released, I think X was 22, but the only option was the Yoke steering wheel, right? So now we have an option here. You got the round steering wheel and there's the Yoke. Look at the cost of the Yoke now. They just changed this. I think it was yesterday or today. It's $1,000 to get this goofy looking Yoke steering wheel. I've driven the Model S and the X with the Yoke, and I don't love it, but you know, if you were driving it every day, it'd probably just become second nature and it'd probably feel very intuitive. One thing I don't like about the Model S or X with this steering wheel is the buttons. The blinkers are buttons on the steering wheel, and it's hard to get used to those. That seems harder to get used to than the actual Yoke. But the round steering wheel is now the included option. Just a couple days ago, and for the last month or so, it was like a $250 option to upgrade to the Yoke. Prior to that, it was the same cost for either of them, and then before that, I think the steering wheel was an upgrade charge, like $700 or something like that for the steering wheel. I don't know. They keep changing the price of this thing. And what that tells me is if the Yoke is going to be $1,000 to add that onto your Model S or X when you build it, it seems like Tesla's trying to get rid of that thing. Like they're trying to phase that out. No one's going to pay $1,000 for that. I don't think it's that useful. It's kind of gimmicky. It's weird. It's awkward. I think that Tesla's trying to phase that out and just go round steering wheel only. Cybertruck's supposed to have an interesting looking steering wheel. It's more of a squared on the top, squared on the bottom, so it's more of a squared looking. It's a Yoke style, but it has a top part to it. Maybe they're going to go to that style, but it's interesting. Guys, leave in the comments down below if you have any desire to order the Yoke at $1,000. I would totally pass on that. I would pay $500 for the round steering wheel to avoid the Yoke personally, but the steering wheel is included, so I think that's a pretty good deal. Or guys, if you use a referral code, you can get $1,000 off of a Model S or X. So use my referral code down below if you want the Yoke. You can get it, I guess, included, but seems weird that you would get that. So that's kind of that's one of the latest changes that Tesla's made on the Model S or X. I think it's interesting. All right, something else I talked to a Tesla advisor, so someone that helps like people place orders, fulfill their orders, find the car they want, kind of a salesperson, I guess. This guy was very helpful, very informative. I'd inquired about a car online, and you can just put your information in. See, there's a little chat bubble right here. You can click that. You can request a call back, and the next day he called me back. I was talking to him. I told him, like, I live in Utah. I'm like, hey, if I want to go look at a car, if I want a car like in Texas or in California or Colorado or somewhere else, if it's a cheaper price, am I able to order that? And he says the California ones and the Texas ones are harder to get. Like you have to almost be a resident of those states to be able to get those. But he said to contact him when you find a car and see if it's eligible. For example, I'm looking in the zip code here, 75001. This is kind of like Dallas, Texas area. I've been looking in Texas recently just to see what Model Y prices are, and I want to show you guys this one here. This one's a heck of a deal right here. This gray Model Y. It's the all-wheel drive version, so it's kind of the base trim one. 269 miles of range. That's 10 less than the base trim of this because it has the 20-inch wheels. The 20-inch wheels take off 10 miles of range, which that's not that bad. That's not that big of a deal. But if you see on the build price on this thing, if you look here, it's $49,740, and the discounted price $44,770. So that's almost $5,000 off this thing. It's just a few dollars short of $5,000 off of this car, which I think is incredible. This red one here as well. This red one's also the same price of that. So guys, there's some great deals on Model Y right now. If you're in the market for this, you can get $500 off by using a referral code, and then $7,500 tax credit. And you know, and Tesla's even saying that the tax credits are they may not, all of their cars that are qualifying for them right now or could qualify them for next year. So this might be a good year to buy one of these cars, especially at these discounted prices. Be interesting to see in a week or two what these prices do, if they're going to get more aggressive, more incentives. They could throw in some you know, maybe some free supercharging for a few months. You do get 3 months full self-driving trial if you use referral code, so that's $500 off and free self-driving for 3 months. So that's worth, you know, that's something. But in the past they've thrown in some free supercharge miles or a couple months of free supercharging just to really move some inventory at the end of these quarters. So be interesting to see. But I would message, if you're out of state, like let's say if you don't live in Texas and you're interested in these vehicles, message the advisor and just say, hey, I want to order this car. Let's see if we can do it based on your state or where you're going to register it, and you know, see if you can. He didn't say it was out of the question. It's just harder to do it, like for me as a Utah resident, to order a Texas car and go to Texas and buy it and bring it back. So that's like the cheapest one in my area is like 48 grand. So there's almost a $4,000 savings to look at something like this one as opposed to one like right at in my local area. So it's worth kind of searching around and seeing what in other zip codes around you have available, because there might be some savings. Anyways, guys, well, thanks for watching the video. I wanted to pass along some information about that Yoke steering wheel. I just think that's kind of a joke. $1,000. Let me know what you think in the comments down below on that. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching the video. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel. See you in the next one. Thanks.